I'm honored to be here. My speech is on the topic of social entrepreneurship. At this moment, entrepreneurship and business is associated with taking financial risks and making huge profits. Business people are seen as greedy and money-hungry individuals who are taking away from society. I must have heard the word entrepreneur hundreds of times before I even stopped to think about what the word means to me. It all started in my freshman year of high school, when I was walking to school just like any other ordinary day. I wasn't expecting much from this day, but it proved to change the course of my entire high school career. I slipped on ice, I hit my head on the floor, and I was knocked out. I suffered from a severe concussion. After a couple months of physical therapy, I returned to doing schoolwork. And I found that because of my concussion, work took much longer to complete. I was determined to study effectively again. I purchased books, I researched online, and I even met with esteemed education professors. They taught me that active learning can increase memorization by up to 3 times, and a major component of active learning is competition. So I applied that directly to one of my upcoming tests in 9th grade by creating 2 sets of identical flashcards. Initially, I competed with my friends, and admittedly, I lost almost every single time. But flashcard set after flashcard set, and test after test, I started to win more and more, and my test scores reflected this. It was also a much more fun way to study. When you're competing with your friends, it balances the seriousness of learning with the passion and energy of competing. When you turn learning into a social game, it makes education engaging. After all, we are social beings. So I set out to apply my discovery to one of the most stressful and important tests in the United States. Yes, the SAT and ACT. I created PrepUp, the SAT and ACT prep platform, with the mission of making study both fun and effective. Learning more about the education market and test preparation industry in specific, I learned that there's a major problem in our country's educational system. There is a severe disparity in the accessibility of test preparation materials. And not only does this lead to a severe disadvantage in college admissions, but it leads to lower funding to the schools of these communities. Most families can't afford $1,000 tutoring. This never-ending loop, this never-ending process needs to be stopped. So I decided to use PrepUp to try to solve this problem. PrepUp's new mission became to solve the problem of disparity in test preparation materials by providing the PrepUp SAT and ACT prep platform at no cost to the students. Through entrepreneurship, I've been able to provide free SAT and ACT tutoring to underprivileged communities. Through entrepreneurship, I've been able to influence the way thousands of students from across the world study each day. Through entrepreneurship, I help to eliminate the disparity in education. But entrepreneurship with a mission is not just good for society. In a study of 49,928 businesses across 34 countries, scientists found that mission-driven companies are more successful. They concluded that these mission-driven companies drive loyalty across generations. It drives customer engagement, and it brings clarity in decision-making and judgment. In another study by Deloitte Insights, scientists found that these mission-driven companies have 30% higher levels of innovation and 40% higher levels in retention. Let us use entrepreneurship to create change. To me, entrepreneurship holds a lot of meanings. It includes creating an idea that makes a positive difference in the lives of others. It includes creating something meaningful from limited resources. But most importantly, entrepreneurship is a tool to create impactful yet sustainable change. In a society where almost everybody's voice can be heard, entrepreneurship provided me, a small freshman in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, the means to affect change for tens of thousands of students worldwide. From poverty to inequality and even climate change, we can use entrepreneurship to fundamentally make a difference. Perhaps business people are not the problem. Perhaps we can make business the solution. All you have to do is take action. Thank you.